This is Celeste from Green Your Life. I'm here with Jan Craich, author of Through the Eyes of Fear, a gripping true life story of domestic violence that she lived as a child and as a grown adult. Jan is a woman who witnessed domestic violence as a youth, experienced its deadly grip as an adult, and took the steps necessary to escape the abuse. Everyone deserves to be treated with dignity and respect. Domestic violence can be emotional, physical, mental, or sexual abuse, as well as overall controlling behavior. Jan, as you know, 3 women are murdered by their husbands' boyfriends every day in America. You survived 20 years of vicious domestic abuse. Tell us about the day you chose to escape the terror you were living.
The night that I chose to escape, we were at an office party. We were getting ready to leave because my husband was very, very, very drunk. He lunged at me and I stopped. The pit of my stomach told me not to go home with him. I knew that if I had, my life would have ended that night.
Jan, what steps did you take to free yourself of the abuse?
I got involved with Harbor House, a shelter in Appleton, which is where I'm originally from. I started going to counseling, and once I started taking the steps back to get my self-esteem back, I started giving back to the victims that were still out there. I did radio announcements, I was on TV, I did speaking engagements, I did everything I could to let the world know that this problem exists and that I was there for the victims that were still in domestic violence.
Jan, what was your family life like growing up as a child?
I was the oldest of 5 children. My father was an alcoholic and very much abused and beat my mother on a regular basis. I was the caretaker. I took care of my brothers and sisters, and I took care of my mother at night when she was laying on the couch after being beaten by my father, wanting to make sure that she didn't die through the night.
Jan, did your family realize you were writing this personal book, and who in your family read it first?
Yes, my family and my friends all knew that I was writing this book. It took me 16 years to accomplish the goal. The first 2 books were given to my 2 sons, who have completely supported and loved me through this whole time. And I'm very proud of them because they were in awe of what I had written, and they supported me all the way.
Jan, this book is also a resource for others to know they have a choice to live a violent-free life too. In addition to your personal story, you feature interviews and information in your book, with a percentage of the book sales going towards domestic violence charities. Domestic violence abuse can happen to children, teens, adults, elders, men, and women. Jan, is it a myth that it's usually a one-time isolated occurrence?
The myth is there, but it's not true. It'll happen once, and you'll be asked to forgive them, please give them another chance. Life is going to be great, but it doesn't go that way. It continues to reoccur, and reoccur.
Jan, tell us about your life today. Are you happy?
I am the happiest I have ever been. I found my way back to freedom and living a violent-free life. I have my family, I have my friends, and most of all, I have a new husband who's been just wonderful to me, never knowing in my life that I could experience such happiness as I have at this time of my life.
Jan, thanks so much for this interview. Jan Craich's book, Through the Eyes of Fear, is available on Amazon.com.
Bottom line, believe in God with all your heart, believe in yourself, and never ever give up. You have a choice. You can live a violent-free life.